Well, hello there, and good evening, YouTube. I'm William Brantley, reporting from Bemis, Tennessee, or South Jackson, Tennessee, ready to share with you today's weather report, the climate summary, and the forecast for the next few days momentarily. We've had some more rain today, of course, since midnight. We got more coming, and even heavier rainfall amounts between now and around midnight Saturday night. And then finally it's going to clear on Sunday, toward the afternoon anyways. That's some good news, I suppose. I'll show you the radar in just a few moments. First of all, go ahead and share with you the climate summary like I usually do. As of 5 p.m., it was cloudy here in the Bemis area. It still is, and light rain was falling at the time, and it still is. The temperature was 46 degrees at 5 p.m. It's still 46 degrees as of 7:02 p.m. Alright, the low temperature today was 31 degrees. Yes, it got down below freezing this morning. 31 degrees for a little bit. And the visibility, by the way, dropped down to 1/4 mile at the Jackson, Tennessee airport during the 2, 3, 4 through 7 a.m. hours this morning. All of West Tennessee was under a dense fog advisory last night until 9 a.m. this morning. And the fog indeed developed fairly intense around the area. But it's gone now, though, of course. The high today was 46 degrees. That's as high as it got. No, I'll take that back. 49 degrees. Sorry about that. 49 degrees was today's high. And rainfall-wise, I haven't had a whole lot here in Bemis since midnight. Only a 10 hundredths of an inch, but I think I'm going to get a lot more than that before the evening's over with, and the night and tomorrow and Saturday, as far as that goes, is over with. But 10 hundredths as of 5 p.m. today so far. Yesterday I had 88 hundredths of an inch up to 11:59 p.m. last night, and 10 hundredths since then. Alright, the lowest humidity today was 77% at 3 and 4 p.m., while the highest would be 100% at 1 through 3, 5, and 7 a.m. Lowest dew point temperature would be 29 degrees, and that was at 6 a.m. this morning, while the warmest would be 43 degrees as of 5 p.m. Lowest barometric pressure was 30.09 inches, and that occurred at 12, 1, and 3 a.m., while the highest would be 30.21 inches, and that occurred at 8 a.m. and 12 noon. Today's highest wind gust was 16 miles per hour out of the northeast at about 8 a.m. Today's records for February the 21st, hottest high would be 77 degrees and 1996. The coldest high would be 30 degrees and 1968, while the warmest low would be 57 degrees in the year 2017, and the coldest low would be 10 degrees in 1953. Today's rainfall record will probably hold. We had 3.43 inches of rain. Yeah, 3.5 inches of rain back in 2015 here in the Bemis area. Snowfall record, it will hold also. We had 5 inches of snow today. That's right, 5 inches of snow today back in 1978. Alrighty. Excuse me. That's it for the basic climate summary for this evening. Let me show you a few radar images and some other alert graphs, and take it from there. First of all, of course, the radar as of right now here in West Tennessee is pretty much crowded. Yeah, crowded would be a good word. around the Jackson area. We had some pretty heavy rain just moved through the southeast, down through Clifton, Savannah, and toward Bolivar and down that area. A little bit more is headed toward us, Jackson area from Memphis. As you see, it's east of the Memphis area now, heading right toward Jackson, so it'll be raining pretty good. Some more here within an hour here in the Jackson area. There's been some heavy rain up to the north of us too as well, and over in parts of Middle Tennessee as well. More is coming our way, as you can see here. Alright, let me branch out a little bit further, or out more, and see how widespread it is. If I hit the button right. Get the time for the radar to catch up. It kind of shows you where most of it is this evening. It's down in Mississippi, around the Greenville area, moving northeast. Some of this down here in Mississippi will actually go to our northeast, to our southeast, down through Hardin County and Savannah, and maybe far north is Henderson, but not much further north than that. And there's more storms down in Alabama that's headed toward northwest Georgia eventually. And there you see raining across most of the state this evening, and a fair portion of Arkansas. More is expected to develop overnight down in that area. It's going to end up affecting us tomorrow and tomorrow night, and on into Saturday probably. The rain extends all the way over to about the North Carolina border, east of Knoxville, and down around Chattanooga, of course, and on west over here to our area. But it stops up in the halfway up in Kentucky. It hadn't quite started raining north of northern half of Kentucky yet, but let's move in that direction though. And it's sort of halfway dry in the western half of Arkansas. I'm not going to say it's not raining at all. It just needs to hit the most measurable rain is along the east of Little Rock, Arkansas, and more developing later on tonight down in Louisiana and Mississippi. Even though down around Jackson, Mississippi, it's clear down there. I'll be glad when I get rid of this cough altogether. It's just been bugging me for a whole week. But anyways, that's another story. Alright, that's the radar for you for this evening. Let me get back to a closer view just in case I decide to come back to it just before I end the video tonight. Let me see. This here, I got it. Well, that's not coming up the way I wanted it to. Oh, go on it. Let's see, what do I need to do to clarify it? Oh, there it is. I got to bring it up. This is one map that I've seen that I like. If I can get it down a little bit more. I guess that's about as far down as I'm going to be able to get it. Alright, well, let's see if I can make it bigger. There we go. And maybe I can show up alright like this. It's really not the way. Well, that kind of gives an idea. And move this thing kind of out of the way some. This is the excessive rainfall outlook for Friday through Saturday night, midnight. It's actually a courtesy of a station out of Nashville. They cover it. Look, I got a better graph of it than I've seen anywhere else. This the purple color here is what it's supposed to be looking like. It's stretching from Nashville down to Chattanooga and westward. And the real heaviest is going to be just south of Jackson, from about Henderson on down. From about, I might say, what is that, Parsons? Parsons over to Henderson, down to Bolivar, and point south is where the heaviest rain's expected. Jackson's not too far away, though. And believe you me, nature does not make its own lines like the man-made lines are made here. But they'd be close even for Jackson. But it does seem to be mainly south of I-40. And I actually live out south of I-40 by a good 10 miles or so. Alright, but to give you an idea of where the heaviest rains expected, again in southern Middle Tennessee, southern West Tennessee, down in northern Alabama. That's one of the maps I wanted to show you. Alright, let me go to this one now. Go back to the other map that I wanted to really show you. I'm going to have to shrink this down some. Alright, there we go. The flash flood watch is valid for all of West Tennessee, most of Mississippi, and Arkansas, except for around Jonesboro, Arkansas, and points west. They are not included. And this watch goes until 11:59 p.m. Saturday night. Alright, let me branch out and see how big of a territory that kind of covers. Last time it was a pretty good size area. See if it still does. If it'll take it. It's hesitating like it always does. Alright, let me get the whole country in here. You get a chance to see the whole country. The flash flood watch covers all of the whole state of Tennessee, it looks like. You see it right there. Whole state of Tennessee, they red down to Mississippi, it's flash flood warnings. Just about all of Kentucky, portions of South Carolina, of course, Mississippi, Alabama, and Virginia and West Virginia. Pretty good area of flood threat going on in that area. Looks like some fog advisories down around the Gulf Coast, and that blue there is well, it actually looks more like light blue, I suppose. Is a winter weather advisory for that part of the country. At least I believe that's what that is. And the purple definitely is. My voice is giving out, so I better make it quicker. And a winter storm warning out here in the Four Corners area of the country. Alright, let me go ahead and concentrate back on the flash flood watch and move on back to the other map I wanted to show you. That's the forecast map. And that's today's map. And then get it to where you can see it a little bit better. There we go. This as of about 2:30 p.m. today. Low pressure over Alabama. You see where the flash flood threat is. Down to our south and southern parts of West Tennessee. Won't be long before, well, really the watches for all of Tennessee. It's going a little bit further north than what this one's showing, but that's the current threat anyways, according to the National Weather Service. And that's what the rest of the country looks like this evening and this afternoon. Heaviest concentration right here in our area. Alright. The forecast map for tomorrow morning, it does widen up a little bit. I thought it would. Covers all of, well, pretty much where the flash flood watch was. Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, Virginia. Pretty wide area there where flooding is possible. And ice up there, freezing rain up north and there in parts of Iowa and Nebraska. And you see where the snow's expected out west and where the systems are. Again, this is for tomorrow morning. National forecast for Saturday morning. The map we just looked at was for Friday morning. This one's for Saturday morning. And you see the threat of severe weather in the yellow, the flash flooding in red, and the flash flooding still covers most of Tennessee. And actually so does the threat of severe weather right in our general area. As you can see, north of that on up into Iowa, pretty good area of freezing rain and snow expected up in that part of the country and on up in the parts of New England states. pretty good area of severe weather and flash flooding expected here in the general area of the Mid-South come Sunday morning. I believe it's Saturday morning. Yeah, Saturday morning, not Sunday morning. I apologize for that. Alright, after seeing that, let me move on to the local forecast. I'm going to turn it around again so that I can read it to you. And it might get through a little quicker than trying to show it to you. Alright, let me get the aim here. Sometimes I put my glasses on, it helps change the color. I like the way that does that. It's kind of weird. But anyway, as long as it works, it's going to be, of course, mostly cloudy the rest of tonight and tomorrow and Saturday. Finally clearing late Saturday night into early Sunday morning. Alright, there's a 90% chance of more showers and an isolated thunderstorm tonight and again tomorrow. Thunderstorms should become more likely toward midnight tomorrow night and last on into Saturday. And the chances decrease down to about 50% by Saturday night. Alright, let me see, the sunset at 5:43 p.m. The moon will be setting, already gone. No, be setting at, rises at 8:19 p.m. tonight and sets at 8:09 a.m. tomorrow morning. The moon does. 90% chance of more rain again tomorrow. Heavy rain is possible at times, of course. Thunderstorms, like I said, becomes likely here in the West Tennessee area toward midnight tomorrow night. Maybe a little sooner to the west of Jackson. Low temperature near 42, high near 52, with east winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. The sun will be rising at 6:33 a.m., setting at 5:44 p.m. Moon will be rising tomorrow night at 9:28 p.m. and be setting at 8:45 a.m. on Saturday morning. Speaking of Saturday, mostly cloudy with the 80 to 90% chance of more rain and thunderstorms just about all day, but decreasing to 50% by Saturday night, and probably ending before midnight Saturday night. Low of 49, high of 69, with south winds at 15 to 30 miles per hour on Saturday, so it will be windy. There is, of course, a threat, I believe it's a enhanced risk of severe thunderstorms on Saturday, and that may increase as the closer we get to that time frame. I'll have more details on that tomorrow night when the forecast period actually gets a little closer. Alright, and on Sundays, finally, like I said, it's going to finally become mostly clear all day. Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. Hey, it's finally going to clear up and dry out all the way through Tuesday. How about that? Low temperature Sunday morning, 41 degrees, high of 52, west winds 10 to 20. Fair on Monday, low of 30, high of 56. And Tuesday, fair, low of 34 and high of 60. Actually, the weather's going to improve a little bit around that time frame. Alrighty, then we're back to mostly cloudy skies by next Wednesday. Fair skies again by next Thursday, and go from there. I'll go further than that when we get more time. Again, cloudy skies with a good chance of more showers and embedded thunderstorms tonight and tomorrow. And thunderstorms really become more likely and widespread toward midnight tomorrow night. Again, a low by 42 tomorrow morning, high of 52, and the current temperature 45 degrees as of 7:20 p.m. And take a look at that radar one more time. See how close the rain is getting to Jackson, and it's actually getting ready to start pretty good, raining pretty good here in Jackson. Again, at least here in the south part of Jackson. Let me aim the camera there so you can kind of see it a little bit better. Of course, let's talk about this rain right down in here. Here's Jackson right here, and this rain right in this area here is moving into Jackson as we're talking. So it'll be getting fairly heavy in the west side of Jackson, north side and south side here within the next 10 to 20 minutes, maybe 30 at the most. And some of this down in here is working its way toward Jackson as well. Alright, got to give you an idea of what to look forward to tonight. Right now, there's no flash flooding, rain, no warnings that I know of, but they'll probably be coming tomorrow and tomorrow night as the rains increase in intensity. Alrighty, well, I guess that's it for tonight then. I'll let you go, and thank you for watching and viewing, as always, and subscribing, and I hope to get a chance to talk to you again tomorrow night with a further update. Until then, good night and God bless.